The new Infinity display gives you an incredible full-screen experience, yet fits comfortably in your hand. We created it by reorganizing the phone's interior, making components smaller without sacrificing performance, and embedding the home button under the screen. We created the beautifully curved edge display and also erased the bezels to give you more space for the things that matter, creating a level of immersion you see and feel. Even games and movies are completely different with the Infinity display's cinematic full-screen experience. And a bigger screen gives you the room to multitask seamlessly. The Galaxy S8 also presents a whole new way to interact with your phone, like Bixby.
Bixby, capture the screen and text it to Jane.
Bixby gets smarter and more intuitive with every use. And if you find something you like, Bixby analyzes it and provides information without having to type a single word. Bixby evolves as it learns your routine, so you'll have the right content just when you need it. Bixby also gives you information on what you're looking at and will recommend places to go. We constantly push ourselves to give you technology that makes your life easier. The ability to unlock your phone with one finger or even with your face, and secure your most important files with your eyes. Samsung DeX provides you a PC-like experience right from your phone. The camera is even better. It always focuses on your face, so you get perfect selfies every time. It also takes sharp, beautiful pictures in low light, and now it's even easier to zoom in. And of course, the Galaxy S8 is still water resistant, so water doesn't get in the way of your day. The new Galaxy S8 connects you to a new world of experiences. The new Gear VR has a motion-sensing wireless controller that makes navigating your virtual world simpler and more intuitive. And paired with the new Gear 360, the Galaxy S8 lets you live broadcast in 360, so you can share your most memorable moments in real time. The Galaxy S8 will take you beyond the limits of any phone you've ever known before. Unbox your phone. Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus.
Excuse me. I don't know how to buy this ticket. Yeah. We want to go to Shinbashi. Yeah, Shinbashi. Can you help us? Akasaka Excel Hotel. I want to stay at a room with a nice view. 眺めのいい部屋ですね。I want to find a good-looking guy.
イケメンの男性と出会いたいです。
Sushi and Illy and my bestie. Oh my god.
わさび抜きにして
旅抜け旅抜きなんかすじゃねえよ
Harajuku Kakesha Street. Oh, you look lovely.
その服に合ってますね。
Oh, arigatou. Look here. Okay. Is there a karaoke near here?
この近くにカラオケありますか？
すごい
Karaoke.
行こう行こう
Alright, so let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. It opens. Be careful. Take me to Los Angeles.
ロサンゼルスまで連れて行ってください。
Okay. Oh, okay.
The foundation of the ZenFone AR is Tango. Tango is a set of sensors and computer vision software from Google that gives your phone augmented reality capabilities. The Asus TriCam hardware provides data to the Tango software stack, which in turn powers augmented reality experiences. Here's how it works. A depth-sensing infrared array determines its distance to nearby objects. It does this by measuring the amount of time it takes for a laser to bounce back to the ZenFone AR. It combines with data from a motion tracking camera to identify relative position. A 23 megapixel camera captures the real world in stunning detail and sets that as a backdrop to virtual objects. Beyond augmented reality is virtual reality. ZenFone AR is Daydream ready, so you can experience incredible VR with the Daydream virtual reality platform. Here you can explore new worlds, kick back in your own personal VR cinema, and get in the game like never before. Thanks to the vivid display, ultra-smooth graphics, and high-fidelity motion sensors, you'll be immersed in a world full of surprises. Showcasing a new 3D world requires an excellent display. The WQHD resolution of the ZenFone AR is razor sharp, and the screen is large enough to fill your view in the Daydream headset. A Gorilla Glass face ensures it can weather nicks and scratches. A generous screen-to-body ratio keeps it portable while still being a joy to look at. To process intense 3D graphics on the fly, the ZenFone AR needs desktop-class processing power. At the core is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 821 processor. The 14nm architecture makes it incredibly power efficient, and it's been specially tuned for Tango. The ZenFone AR is also the first phone in the world with 8GB of RAM. With this much going on the inside, you can count on ultra-responsive, augmented, and virtual reality experiences. Apps for augmented reality will often need to store 3D models on your phone. To make sure there's room for them, and that they can be accessed quickly, the ZenFone AR uses a UFS 2.0 architecture. This is roughly 3 times faster at fetching data than standard eMMC. The ZenFone AR has a great camera that will come in handy even when you aren't trying out augmented reality. The 23 megapixel Sony sensor is able to capture minute details, plus an RGB sensor keeps whites balanced. Asus continues to lead in autofocus with the Tritech system. It combines an infrared laser and phase detection with traditional continuous autofocus. The end result is lightning fast focus in any circumstance. The Asus ZenFone AR breaks boundaries like you would never imagine. Visit zenfone.asus.com to learn more.
Wear OS by Google supports many cross-platform development options by default, such as phone notifications and actions on Google. But what if you want to do more and tailor your experience for the rest? I'm Hoi Lam, and I'll walk you through the development options for Wear OS, a wearable operating system by Google for everyone. Before we begin, it's important to note that Wear OS by Google is based on Android, so many of the things that you know about Android development, such as the concept of activity or services, the use of Android Studio, or the distribution via the Google Play Store, should be familiar to you. There are three options if you want to tailor your app for Wear OS: Wear Apps, Watch Faces, and Communication Data Provider. It is not an either-or choice. You can package one or more of these within the same APK. So let's briefly go through them in turn. A Wear app is a good development option if the user's journey can function better on the wrist rather than on the phone. Great examples of this include exercising, contactless payment, and messaging. Creating a Wear app is just like creating a mobile Android app with a few enhancements for the wearable form factor. This includes round screen support via resource qualifiers or round-aware classes such as box inset layout. In addition, for longer user interactions such as shopping lists, exercising, or travel apps, Wear OS support ambient mode, which reduces battery use and screen burned in. Another way to develop for Wear OS is to create watch faces. If you're interested in creating beautiful and functional timepieces, this is for you. Showing the time is one of the core aspects of a watch, and as a developer, you can bring your unique style right to the watch face. By overriding the onDraw method in the Canvas watch face service, you can draw lines, shapes, or render bitmaps through the Canvas objects provided. If you have created a custom Android view before, this should be familiar to you. What if your user wanted more than just the time? For example, what if they wanted the latest news, the battery level, or even the weather? Being a connected device and with the user's permission, Wear OS can supply data from Google or other third-party apps to your watch face. These extra pieces of information are known as complications, a traditional watchmaking term describing areas of the watch face that are showing information other than the time. Watch face developers can take advantage of the complications framework to make their watch faces not just beautiful, but highly functional as well. Lastly, developers can choose to implement a communication data provider, which allows their app to share data with the watch face. This is especially suitable for apps that have key information the user would like to see on their watch face, such as share prices or weather information. It is a great way to dip your toe into Wear OS development if you already have a mobile app. Development of a communication data provider is simple. Just think about the one key piece of information you would want to show. To get started, create a communication provider service and supply the data requested on demand. You can also ask the system to request an update when new information becomes available, such as a new chat message or a piece of breaking news. To conserve battery, Wear OS may reduce the update frequency. A good rule of thumb is to think of the communication update intervals being on the order of minutes rather than seconds. As I said at the beginning, there are a number of development options available on Wear OS, from cross-platform support for notifications and actions on Google, to Wear applications, watch faces, and communication data provider. The choice is yours. If you're looking to enhance your existing mobile app, create a communication data provider is probably the simplest way to get started. Just follow this collab. For more information, check out the Wear OS developer site. Happy coding!
Years ago when we started on this journey, you told us you wanted power. This is absolutely the culmination of all of your feedback and something that we think will truly move Xbox forward.
Most powerful console ever made.